It works. Aww. It totally works. It's floating.
It's fun.
This stupid thing. I am really, honestly, very nervous, but here we go. I hope you guys saw the first video of this where we flew it for you and tested it to see if it was worth your money, and it was a crazy video. We did not expect this thing to even take off, and it blew our minds for a whole lot of reasons. So I'm not gonna give it away as to why. You should watch that video if you missed it, but I'm assuming a lot of you guys watched it and you're back to see this fly up water. I'm nervous. I am not a very skilled water pilot at all. And this thing is so hard to keep it in the air flying really well. So I think my takeoff, getting the thing off of water, is gonna be the real moment of truth. I got a good like 3 or 4 seconds to really get it in the air after that, because the water's gotta shed off of it so that it can fly a little more predictable. This thing might end up upside down in the water, and I really hope the electronics will work long enough to drive it back like a boat.
Upside down.
Yeah. I'm glad there's one fisherman here today, because I might be losing this in the middle of the
Or we're gonna have to go get the kayaks, because for whatever reason, we didn't do that today.
It's just easier not to. Let's plan for success.
Exactly.
So, freshly charged battery. You guys wanted to see this fly off water. I can't believe we're here doing this, but we picked a spot where there shouldn't be any people. It's all to ourselves right now. Woo! Let's try this. Let's see if it's waterproof.
Set it in. It drives. So funny.
I really can't believe it. I'm surprised. Do you want to try it before I fly?
I do.
Okay. Abby wanted to try driving this puppy on water. Okay, go for it, Abby. Just, you don't have to throttle a whole lot. It actually, it's pretty easy. That's cool, isn't it?
It's fun. Doesn't turn.
Easy, easy, you're gonna take off. Oh man. It works.
Cool.
It totally works. It's floating.
It's fun.
This stupid thing. Only $100 too. Here's another thing. How often have I ever flown standing on a 4-foot wide
I know.
dock? Like,
are
if
you
I move
kind of
at
scared?
all, I'll just walk into the water. I don't like this. I'm way out of my comfort zone, but are you ready?
Hopefully the camera looks okay.
Well, you can test it.
We'll go with that.
You ready?
Yeah.
Shoo, look, all my switches aren't even in the right position. Okay. I am really, honestly, very nervous, but here we go. Oh my God. It's up. Wow. This stupid ad. The only thing we haven't done to this plane is stomp on it. And everything else seems to be accurate. I didn't think this would work on water.
But that ad is for like a $10 or $20 plane, isn't it?
There's 2 ads. So what we were talking about in the first video, yes, there's this $10 amazing jet that probably would really cost like $900 or so with a real turbine engine on it, and that is such a scam. This one I've seen promoted as being able to, I'm trimming it up a hair, being able to stomp on it, throw it in the water, it flies, it drives on the ground, and you know what? I can't believe I'm saying it, but it's true. The only thing I've not done is stomp on it. And now that I've flown it off of land and water, I don't want to stomp on it. Let's see if we can actually get a smooth landing on this thing. Oh my gosh, this is your first water plane, Abby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh
this
my
is
gosh.
crazy.
If you could put a safe receiver in there and add safe to this plane, I would do it.
It's supposed to have flight stabilization on it, but I could not get it to work. Okay, I just had to put in one of my own receivers. Now when it takes off,
crazy.
It sheds the weight of the water very quickly, and you have to be ready for that. So I'm really focused on that takeoff, because it feels like a heavy plane, and then all of a sudden, it's not a heavy plane anymore. We're gonna do a loop.
Nice.
A little tight loop. This thing could probably do some Harriers. It's just got so much weight in the back. And you know what? I'm still flying with no Velcro or strap on my battery. It's just sitting in there loose.
That's not smart.
So when I did that loop, it probably thumped around pretty good.
You're just asking for it to fail.
I guess.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
It doesn't Harrier very well. Woo! As long as you don't crash upside down on this, it probably would handle a water crash really well because asphalt was nothing for this thing. I do like that it's made out of EPP foam, which means you really basically can stomp on it and it's not gonna hurt it. This is nuts. I can't believe how happy I am about this stupid RC. Usually $100 planes like this, we don't do a lot of follow-ups with on the channel, but we absolutely had to for the fact that this said it could fly off water and you guys wanted to see it. And Abby,
I mean, it doesn't have floats, so
no,
it's crazy.
It's just a really dense foam. I love this foam for the hobby. It has some downsides too. Like I think the molds that they use to create things, you know, like the wing and the fuselage, I don't think you can get that detailed with it. I'm pretty sure that's one of the biggest downsides. So we're not going to see like warbirds made out of EPP foam, but we sure see a lot of these Delta Wing style things, don't we? You okay flying down so low?
I don't know.
I know it's really dark. It's a black plane.
I have no idea.
Against the black tree. Now I can see it, but it definitely would be hard to track on the camera. I'm going to give one more low flyby, okay? Under the tree line. I've been trying to keep it above the tree line because I figured most people probably can't see it that well.
Yeah,
and I know Abby keeps losing it. I want to take it back up above the tree line so it's easier for Abby to see. You see it now?
Yep.
Okay. So that's something to think about, guys, when you fly a black RC plane. Orientation on it can be a little harder to see. And I will say, top and bottom of this airplane would be impossible to tell where it's at if not for that giant tower on top of the plane. Let's do another landing. I like doing landings on this. What a sweet, sweet spot and just day to fly this thing.
He skipped.
Now, if that was
skipped like a rock.
That would have been awesome.
That is cool.
Yes, it is. Uh-oh.
Don't say that.
Might want to strap that battery in before I do any more crazy
You might, you know, you might. It could help.
I'll tell you what, Abby, this is flying better today here than it was at the
really?
At the runway, yeah. I'm liking this thing. I can fly this all day. I actually brought a second battery with me. I'll probably fly it while we're here. Just look at it. It's really cool. It's a brushless motor. I should mention, I'm flying on a 3S. Can't remember if it's 1800 or 2200 milliamp battery. And that was a guess, to be honest with you. I couldn't find the info on what size battery to put in, so I just thought, well, that's probably 3S. We're gonna touch and go again. That was better, right?
That was
like
so delicate.
Swan,
it was. It definitely was.
Well, it sure splashes up a lot. You said it turned wide, but that's a really sharp, tight turn.
Wow.
Just a lot of rudder. But look at that.
Wow.
I can make the donuts.
Yeah.
Who needs RC boats?
Look at that. Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're doing that.
Can an RC boat do this?
Nope.
Wow!
Unless this is actually an RC boat that flies.
It could be, the way it's shaped and stuff. I can't believe it. There's 0 throttle.
Oh! He almost went straight down.
I stalled.
Oh my gosh.
Tons of rudder authority. That's kind of cool about this plane. I don't know what to say, Abby.
It's cool.
I'm just impressed.
The flight time is really long too.
Yeah, it's a pretty efficient little plane. See if I can land her this way. Uh-oh. Too slow.
Oh, don't go in. Oh no. Oh no.
Saved it. We'll just land the way I'm comfortable. I have a bigger runway this way. Well, I think that's going to be it. Let's bring it in for a final landing. Who else is surprised?
I am.
Wow.
Very cool.
So much fun. Now, the question is that we do in all of our boat tests, do we have any water on board? I did a lot of landings. So
don't fall in. You getting it lined up perfectly?
Well, I had
in our boat videos, we never cut when we pull it out of the water, so you guys can actually see, and we just try to be transparent with it always. Any water?
There's one drop here on the piece of plastic that was
I can't
exposed.
see.
Yeah, that's fine.
The lighting's so terrible.
See this right here?
Yeah.
That's a hole for good airflow, I think, to keep things cool. And the water must have splashed right in there perfectly. Otherwise, oh yeah, there's a little water.
Little water?
Maybe, the lighting's really bad.
Yeah.
Here, I'll pour it on the concrete, okay? Well, that's not it.
That's from the actual outside of the plane,
Yeah.
that big puddle.
Yeah, it was about this much right here.
Not too bad.
No. And this right here is why I love this hobby so much. You just never know how things are going to turn out. Especially us with what we do, and we kind of test a lot of things and show you guys stuff. I get these pleasant surprises sometimes, and this is one of them. My airplane is covered in water. My airplane is covered in water. How often do I get to say that? Tons of water on the bottom of my airplane. Now, I used hot glue to put this together. Hot glue is not going to really be affected by water, and I like that a lot. Some glues might. Most people would not say to use hot glue. They'd say use a foam safe CA glue. I've been using hot glue for years. I've never had, knock on wood, anything fail mid-flight or anything like that because of my hot glue. Even on my very expensive, very fast 100-mile-an-hour jets, hot glue. It works for me. So anyway, that's what's holding this together. I can't believe this thing is as awesome as it is. When I got this in the mail, it actually sat at my house for months because it did come a little damaged. This top tower did not make the drive very well, and I had to rebuild it. And I was very discouraged. I thought there's no way that's gonna fly really well. No one's gonna wanna see that. I'm just keep pushing it to the side and do other things. Now I wish I'd have put this way higher on the list of things to do, because this is fun. This is gonna stay in my collection because it's so unique. How many things do I have that I can literally skid off of blacktop, skid off of grass or water, and fly successfully? And the fact that it's $100 means that, now $100 is a lot of money for a lot of people, and it is a lot of money for us too, but compared to some things that we have, you know, in relation to the other RC things, that's a very affordable RC. So I can just fly the snot out of this, and it works. And if it crashes someday, odds are it's not gonna break, but if it does, a little hot glue and I'll be back in the air. This is a great, well-rounded flyer. If you didn't pick one up after watching our land maiden of this, you absolutely owe yourself one of these now after seeing it fly off of water. $100, put in your own cheap battery and it'll work, put in your own cheap receiver and you'll fly and have a good time. Again, I couldn't get my flight stabilization to work. Both flights, 0 flight stabilization, a very successful and fun time. It works. I've been saying this, and I think I need to say it while I'm flying in new locations and doing new things that are a little bit scary, a little bit hairy. You're not so sure how it's gonna turn out. You need to have AMA insurance when you're flying, guys. If you're gonna put a little foam RC plane in the air or a big balsa gasser, it doesn't matter. You should have insurance for yourself to take care of you and the people around you. You need to pick up some AMA, the Academy of Model Aeronautics Insurance. We'll have their page, more information where you can sign up, linked in the description box below. Do a little more research for yourself, but just know that in my entire lifetime of flying RCs, I've never flown anything without being an active member of AMA. Same goes for my wife and all of my family members. We're all AMA members and just huge advocates for flying safely. And the reason I encourage you to do so is because there needs to be a voice, I think, in the hobby, cool bird, for safe flying. let's face it, there's a lot of guys out there that do some questionable things, and those are the things that are bad for our hobby. If we want to have a successful, thriving, and positive hobby experience for all of us growing in the future, we all have to represent the best way possible. I'm not saying everybody has to run out and spend a bunch of money when you can't afford it, but you need to fly safe, you need to fly smart, use a little common sense, never put anyone in any danger in any way at all, and keep your insurance active. It's just gonna keep everybody a bit safer. Just for getting to be out here on this beautiful day. Look at the lake, it's just glass today.
Yeah.
And having that awesome, awesome weather, bright blue, beautiful skies with these spotted clouds, and flying this RC thing, being here with my wife and just sharing this experience with you guys. What a long list of things to be grateful for. Thank the big guy upstairs for all of that. I also want to say a huge thank you to our Patreon supporters, because we could not do our channel without you guys. Just from the bottom of our hearts, you mean the world to us. I know we've got to get some stickers sent out to you, so if you haven't gotten your stickers lately, don't worry, we're keeping track of it very well. We've just been extremely busy lately. Remember, we've got a 2-year-old baby girl. She keeps us extremely busy. If you missed our maiden flight of this plane, and it was a doozy, you should check it out. We'll have that video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye!